Oh, this is a member of the Voice of Reason. I'm coming at you. And I just read this article that was posted back in 2016. It says school district dress code bans cheerleaders from wearing their uniforms. Their skirts are too short, apparently. Yeah. At high schools across the country, cheerleading uniforms are basically identical. Girls normally wear a fitted top matching high-rise Delta skirt. Uniform might be different at certain schools. Most of all got used to the customary cheerleader getup. Sadly, though, not even school-sanctioned athletic uniforms are immune to the ridiculous dress code regulations. I wouldn't say ridiculous. Muncie Central and Yorktown High Schools in Indiana have placed a ban on cheerleading skirts in classrooms. Star Press Sports on Tuesday, the school adopted a new dress code that bans skirts from any shorter than 3 inches above the knee. Before the ban, cheerleaders were able to wear their uniforms into class on game days to promote school spirit, but now they're not even allowed to wear them to class at all. The cheerleading team attended the school board's dress code meeting in full uniform to argue their case, but sadly they lost. Co-captain of Muncie's cheerleading team, Maya Steigerwalt, told the press, "We feel we deserve to be recognized by all the good things we do instead of just the length of our skirts." The dress code rules state that the length, fit, and style of clothing must be worn so that there is no disruption to the school environment. Because stopping a class to kick a student out for showing her legs in her cheerleading uniform isn't disruptive at all. All right. Before I read any further, let me stop right there. First off, I personally applaud. I tip my hat and I actually applaud. Give applause to that school, to those schools for standing their ground and saying no. Teenagers have been getting what they want for far too long, and overly sexualizing teenagers in schools and for years on end has become a hindrance and a problem. In fact, 90% of the teasing and bullying that's gone on in our schools stem from the fact that from a lot of cheerleaders and students who play sports such as football, baseball, track and field. You're often creating a celebrity a high school celebrity and feeding an ego to a brain that's already developing. It's the same basic difference of a parent not letting their daughter dress in a scandalous outfit to be the next Britney Spears. It's simply some grown-up adults telling a bunch of kids no. And I gotta give them credit on that one. Yeah, I happen to agree with that. And yes, is it disruptive to kick a girl out for showing off her legs? Yeah, but at the same time, look at the upside to it. What it teaches, what it's teaching those girls is, later on as adults in the workplace, you're gonna have to sit there and show some self-respect and exercise restraint. And if you can't learn that as a teenager, how in the hell are you going to learn that as an adult? So honestly, that is definitely a progressive step forward in creating a socially healthier and equal atmosphere to where the graduate in class goes up every year, not down. So yeah, I applaud them for that one. Let's read the rest of the article. But the school isn't stopping there. If a student breaks the dress code, they can be punished by a full day in school suspension. So just to clarify, students will be forced to miss an entire day of class because of a dress code issue. If it wasn't clear, that schools are more about girls' appearance than their education. It sure is now. Wow. That's just wow. That's a lovely piece of propaganda they threw out there. You're there to learn. You're not there to show school spirit. A teacher's responsibility and a school's responsibility is first and foremost to educate you. They're not there to sit there and help you. They're not there to give you fashion tips, and they're not there to. I mean, a teacher's supposed to care bupkis about school spirit. Who gives two iotas of a shit about if the school team wins the next football game or baseball game? Who cares? They're not supposed to. They're there to make sure that you're ready for graduation, ready for the real world. So that their pubescent dumbasses know how to read, write, and at least to some degree are able to composite complex arithmetic and ethereal thought. So if they want to sit there and get angry at the fact that they're being told no, you know what? Then tough shit. Because honestly, teenagers have been getting away with that shit for far too long. Even when I was a teenager, it was out of control, and it was out of control then. It's still out of control now. This is one school example. Finally, putting their foot down and saying no. Good. More high schools should continue saying no. This is a member of the Voice of Reason. Aho.